create smaller audio dramas of your favorite comic books, lores from video games, and recaps of the movies. And we did a storyline of Daniel Way's Deadpool. Now, this is a storyline in which Deadpool wanted to die, but he couldn't quite find a way to do it, so he went through the entire Marvel Universe, fighting against some of your favorite individuals, and basically trying to find a way to die. Overall, this video is about 3 hours long, and it contains videos that we put out over the course of 6 months. So I hope you guys really enjoy this one. Either way, this is the beginning of Daniel Way's run all the way to the death of Deadpool, and I say death in air quotes. And if you're wondering where you are, well, this is Comic Storian. We do create audio dramas of your favorite lore from your favorite pop culture icons, and I hope you enjoy the 3-hour giant epic that we have created for you. Off the shores of San Francisco, a pirate ship sails through the waves with everyone's favorite merc with a knife, Deadpool. As Deadpool sits on the deck, he takes a knife, stabbing himself in the leg, letting the blood drain into a bucket. He takes that bucket, pouring it into the waters, asking himself, is he just bored? Does he need a hobby? No, what's really boring is immortality. He jumps off the side of the boat into the shark-infested waters and he waits. Maybe he does all of this because he wants attention. What if instead of getting paid in cash, he got paid in attention? The shark begins to swim up, and before he can even bite down, Deadpool takes out a gun, firing it. A few moments later, he puts the bullet-riddled shark onto the deck and he puts his mask back on. He says, hope they like sushi. Sitting on the table on the deck is Death. She says that she believes sushi actually means with rice. There's one place that she used to go to in San Francisco called. But Wade stops her asking, Tekomaki? I used to go there too. Wait, crap, you're not real, are you? Death tells him no, not to him. Just like that, she fades away. Deadpool lays down looking at the sun, thinking that maybe he'll just sit here and wait for the sun to cook his flesh into jerky and watch helplessly as the seagulls pick him. And then he hears a voice. The shark says, wow, that's real original. Seeing as how that was his plan, he should probably go get his own. Deadpool yells that he is totally original. Everything he does is original. The shark tells him no. What he is alone. All of those friends that he thinks he has. Weasel, Blind Owl, what's his face, the bird. Deadpool says that he completely accepts the fact that he is different from everyone else. The shark tells him that that is actually the problem. He puts on this front about being different from everyone when in fact he never shows anyone the real him. All of those heroes that he fought with, was it that they didn't accept him or that he didn't accept them? Deadpool says, alright, I'm done. When you're getting a life lesson from a dead fish, it's definitely time to reevaluate things, but where do I start? The shark tells him first he starts by getting on that big boat over there. Deadpool asks, what big boat? He looks back and he sees a giant cruise ship passing by and he says, oh. A short while later, Deadpool is brought aboard the cruise ship and the medical staff quickly hooks him up to life support. The captain asks how is he doing. The doctor says surprisingly, normal. His skin is damaged from the sun, but his vitals are better than they should be. The captain then asks, did he have any sort of identification on him? The doctor tells him no. All he had was this. They pull out Deadpool's mask. The captain sighs, stating this guy is probably the most wanted and most hated man on the planet. Call the Coast Guard. Get this traitorous piece of crap off my boat. A few moments later, Deadpool is thrown off of the boat back into the water. He swims back up and he looks out asking if San Francisco's over there. If he can fit it anywhere, it's gotta be San Francisco. The next day, Deadpool puts on his rollerblades, his short shorts, and his crop top, setting out for a day on the town. However, it doesn't take long for Deadpool's fantastic day to be ruined by a group of kids making fun of the way that he's dressed. He stops for a moment thinking that he should just kill them. No? Yes? No. He could just break their arms. But as Deadpool starts to skate over to break their arms, he begins to lose his balance. He wobbles over, reaching out his hand, and suddenly he receives a high five. The couple on the moped shout that he is beautiful. Don't let anyone try to convince him otherwise. And the couple rides on. Deadpool asks, I'm beautiful? Yeah, I am beautiful. I should go celebrate this beauty with some alcohol. So he heads to the first bar that he sees, the Fleet Tavern, which happens to be a Navy bar. Everyone inside stares at Deadpool, and Deadpool asks, is it just hot here, or is it me? A few moments later, he's sitting at the bar stating, great, here I am trying to turn over a new leaf, and in the 6 hours that I've been here, I've just created more of a mess. Maybe I should just give up trying to fit in. But then, that's when Deadpool hears his one chance to fit in. On the TV, the news plays a video from Cyclops, stating how they reject Norman Osborn's views on mutants. They've been pushed, prosecuted, persecuted, and punished for who they are. That is why they are building a utopia for mutants on an island off of the coast of San Francisco. Deadpool jumps up from his stool, stating, that's it! I'm gonna join the X-Men! The next night at Utopia, Deadpool asks, so, what do you say? And Cyclops tells him no. As a matter of fact, hell no. Later that night, Wolverine says, you know, it's messed up turning Deadpool away like that. Cyclops asks, what do you think I should have done? Let him stay here? Wolverine tells him, of course not. He's way too volatile to be in a contained environment. But by the same token, isn't he too volatile to not be contained? One of the girls there then asks, what's so bad about that guy anyway? And as Cyclops and Wolverine look at each other, they both look back and say everything. She then says, well, a lot of people could say that about Wolverine, right? Isn't that why we're all here? The next day, Deadpool heads out into the streets to try and figure out what to do next when he runs into a public announcement going on in the courthouse. The man speaking is Ellis Kincaid, a man who's been trying to fight with the courts forever to try and have his daughter returned home from the X-Men. He tells everyone that he's not anti-mutant, but he's pro-parental rights. His daughter is a minor, and she's been transferred to a school on some sort of military compound. So that is why he's calling on the help of anyone who can hear his words and do anything. Back on Utopia, Cyclops is watching the interview asking, what do we know on this guy? And Prodigy tells him that his name is Ellis Kincaid from Portland, Oregon. He's divorced and was in a kind of a slump a few years ago. But it all changed when he hit the jackpot and all of his assets were bought out by United Holdings Limited, a distinct subsidiary of Oscorp. Cyclops says, right, so he's in Norman's pocket. No wonder he's getting national news coverage so easily. But who's his daughter? Just then Mercury comes in shouting, oh my god, this is so embarrassing, just turn it off! Cyclops turns off the news and Mercury says, I am so sorry about this. And Cyclops tells her, no, I should be the one who's sorry. Mercury then stops for a moment and says, oh god, are you gonna make me leave Utopia? And Cyclops says, no. Of course, you can leave if you choose to, but we are not forcing you to stay. We want you to feel safe here. This may look bad for us. Once they speak with Archangel, we'll have our legal team sort this whole thing out. Mercury says thank you, and Progeny escorts her out, and when she leaves, Cyclops sighs. So about Deadpool. A short while later, Domino asks, "You want me to be his chaperone?" Cyclops tells her that they need someone to keep an eye on Deadpool, and Domino and Deadpool have a history together. With Domino shouting, "Yeah, bad history." Deadpool, who just so happens to be sitting on a roof debating who he's going to shoot because he's bored, looks down the scope with a voice asking him, "Do you see anything you like? Or maybe you're looking for someone." Hey! Domino then stands there staring at Deadpool, who, in his own way, is completely ignoring her. Domino says, "Look, jerk, I didn't come all this way to be ignored. I came here to offer you a spot on the X-Men." Deadpool spins back with his gun, telling her, "No, you're not. You came here to kill me. That nerd you work for knows that I'm too much of a loose end to leave me hanging. Isn't that right? Now, if you want to live and walk away from this, just back up a few steps." Domino starts to walk backwards, asking, "How is this supposed to?" But before she can finish, she falls through a window, down into a building, into a pool of pancakes. 372,844 pancakes, to be exact. Deadpool jumps down and he asks, "So, still friends?" Domino grabs her gun, telling him, "You sure as hell ain't acting like a friend." And Deadpool then asks, "Act? Me? Never! I keep it real." After helping Domino out, her and Deadpool sit down to eat the pancakes. Domino asks, "Why not just kill her?" Deadpool tells her, "Well, if Cyclops really wanted to whack me, he would have sent a backup crew the minute you went down. So, down to business. I will join the X-Men on one condition. That is that I wear my very own X-Men suit with my name on the back." After putting on his suit, Deadpool asks, "So what now? Does Cyclops want to see my moves?" And Domino says, "Yeah, maybe." While they talk, Deadpool notices the TV is on, and a few new pieces on Ellis Kincaid are up. And he asks, "Who's that guy anyway?" Domino says that's Ellis. And Cyclops is already dealing with him. It's just a legal thing. It'll blow over in a few weeks. Deadpool says, "Oh, it's gonna blow over sooner than that. I'm totally gonna waste that guy. And by waste, I mean assassinate. Problem solved." But a short while later, Deadpool heads out to the news station where Ellis is speaking out. Cyclops, who is watching the televised interview, hears a voice shouting, "This is what happens when you mess with my peoples." Cyclops says, "Oh no." And Deadpool steps into the camera asking, "Is this thing on? Hey Cyclops, all your worries are gonna be over in a minute, buddy." Deadpool then begins to shoot out the cameras, but before the feed can cut, there's one man watching and smiling. And that man is Norman Osborn. Deadpool points his gun at Ellis, and he asks, "Do you want it from the back?" But before he can pull the trigger, there's a snap, and a set of lights comes crashing down on the Deadpool. And across the street, Domino stands there with a smoking gun. As Deadpool begins to pull himself out from underneath the lights, he asks, "How am I supposed to get out of this now?" And Domino tells him, "By following her, quickly." Deadpool jumps down yelling, "Hey Domino, did you see me on TV?" And I look, "Wait, were you looking for me?" Domino says, "Well, she missed him, and they should probably go back to her hotel and grab a drink." Deadpool begins to tell himself, "Please do not let this be a hallucination." 18 minutes later, in Domino's room, Deadpool takes another drink, and as he brings the glass down, he says, "Something tastes off. Did you put roofies in this?" 15 minutes later, over in Utopia, Domino tells everyone, "Okay, I got Deadpool under control, but please don't ask how." Cyclops then says, "Good. Now, if you can all excuse me for a moment, I need to speak with Wolverine privately." Everyone begins to leave, and as Domino does, she stops and waits by the door. Cyclops whispers to Wolverine that he needs Deadpool out of the picture, permanently. A short while later, back at Domino's hotel room, Wolverine pops the lock to the door, and he starts to sniff the air. He says, "Hell, how long has he been gone?" Domino tells him long enough to get away, hopefully. She heard what him and Cyclops were talking about. There's no way she's going to let them slaughter Deadpool. Wolverine says, "I didn't come here to slaughter him. If you're talking about out of the picture, we were going to bring him on a special mission to China, which is out of the picture." Domino says, "Wait, you weren't going to kill him?" Wolverine tells her, "Nope, and now we may not have any other choice thanks to you. So if you have any information as to where he's gone, now's the time to talk." A short while earlier, while Deadpool was tied to Domino's bed, he says, "Cow scared the ever-living hell out of me." She begins to cut the ropes, asking, "What does that have to do with anything?" And Deadpool asks, "What are you scared of?" "I'm not leaving it till you tell me." She pauses for a moment and then says, "Chickens." Deadpool asks, "Chickens? I'm scared of those too. Why are you so afraid of them?" She says, "Well, because, it's none of your damn business." She pushes Deadpool out the window. A little while later, Progeny contacts Wolverine, telling him that they spotted Ellis on one of the security cameras at the Powell Street station. It looks like Norman sent some bodyguards as well. Wolverine and Domino sneak down into the sewers to try and catch Ellis off guard, but as Wolverine takes the vent cover off, Domino asks, "So what's the plan exactly?" Wolverine says that he has set it up so that the power will blow in about 5 minutes. During the confusion, they're going to go in and extract Ellis. Domino is the first to crawl in, but as she does, she starts to slow down. Wolverine bumps into her butt, asking, "What the hell, you stuck or something?" And Domino says that she can't move forward. And then a rooster begins to cluck. Shortly after that, the power grid goes down, and as one of the trains comes to a screeching halt, top of the train is Deadpool, telling himself, "I got lots of work to be done." Within seconds, the train platform becomes a war zone as Deadpool begins to shoot up the area. Ellis's bodyguards ask what they're supposed to do now. They don't even have guns. And Ellis asks, "What? You don't even have guns? Somebody get them guns!" One of the bodyguards makes a call back to HQ asking, "So what are they supposed to do in a situation like this?" The woman who picked up the phone tells the bodyguard one moment while she transfers him to Mr. Osborn. Osborn answers and asks, "Where's Ellis?" And the bodyguard says, "Well, he's right here. We're in the middle of..." Norman cuts him off, stating, "Take him to the street level. He needs to be out in the open." The bodyguard says, "Are you sure about that?" And Norman tells him, "Yeah, now do it." Up on the streets, the news channels begin to gather around to cover the recent power outage, and as Cyclops watches, he already knows what Norman's plan is. Norman is planning on killing Ellis while the X-Men are chasing after him, so that he can ruin the X-Men's reputation while he's still in the shadows. Back down to the vents, Wolverine cuts through the ceiling, and as him and Domino fall out, she asks, "You're not going to..." Wolverine says, "Tell them that we were stopped by a chicken? Not a chance. This one's going to the grave. We need to move out." Back on the streets, Deadpool heads up onto the roof of a nearby building and gets ready to take Ellis out, but in another building, one of Norman's snipers also gets ready to shoot. The snipers begin to fire downward, and just as Deadpool gets ready to shoot, Ellis shouts, "Wait! I lied about everything!" But But as Deadpool begins to pull the trigger, Wolverine runs in, tackling Ellis to the ground. And then Wolverine looks back and he looks up at Deadpool, who isn't even aiming in their direction. And he asks, just where were you? Oh. Ellis begins to latch onto Wolverine's leg, telling him, thank you, thank you, thank you. And Wolverine tells him, just get. Ellis then yells, it was all Norman Osborn. He made me say those things. You need to tell the public. Wolverine looks at him and says, your days of public speaking are over. Up on the building, Deadpool lowers his rifle and he says that there's only one thing left to do. Domino asks, surrender? Please. Deadpool says, after all of this, do you really think that they're going to accept my surrender? Cyclops says, yes, well, we can also do it another way. Down below, a reporter and a cameraman tried to watch what's going on, and Wolverine tells the cameraman that if he wants some exclusive footage, come with him. Ellis here is going to stay and have an interview, and he's going to tell her everything. Back up top, Cyclops fires an optic blast, and Deadpool rolls out of the way, saying, come on, you're not even trying! Domino and Surge begin to focus their fires, guiding Deadpool right into Colossus' path. But after being punched in the face, Deadpool tells Colossus, you've been pretty fast for a... Well, before he can finish, Colossus picks him up, and Deadpool does the only thing that he thinks he can do, and that's headbutt Colossus. Colossus then asks, what are you doing? And Deadpool takes off his mask, laughing. And he spits up all his own blood onto Colossus. While the two of them fight, Wolverine and the camera watch. And Wolverine says, told ya. Just then, as Deadpool dodges more attacks, he rolls, grabbing his gun, and as he gets back up, he points the barrel of the gun right at Cyclops' head. And Deadpool tells him, come on, admit it, I got some moves. Cyclops doesn't say anything, and Deadpool yells at him, why did you have to do me like that? That was the best thing that ever happened to the X-Men. Cyclops grinds his teeth, telling him, you are not now, or will you ever be, an X-Man. Deadpool then asks, but what about my costume? Cyclops turns, hitting him in the chest with another optic blast. Wolverine turns back to the cameraman, asking, did you get all of that? The cameraman tells him, yeah, the battery died. Wolverine turns back to Deadpool and asks, are you done now? And Deadpool tells him, yeah, he's done. Cyclops gets ready to hit Deadpool again, but he stops and asks, wait, just what the hell happened? And Wolverine tells him, we got set up. Deadpool planned all of this. Cyclops asks why, and Wolverine says, because Deadpool wanted the X-Men to look good, and it worked. We're heroes again. Deadpool coughs up asking, how does it feel? Seriously, how does it feel to be a hero? 2 hours later, on a bus, Cyclops says that he doesn't know what to say. Deadpool says, no thanks are necessary. Cyclops cuts him off, stating, other than, get the hell out of here, don't come back. Deadpool tells him, that's pretty harsh. Well, I was leaving anyway. Plus, you know what to say. You just won't say it. He gets in the bus heading to New York. Cyclops quietly says, you got some moves, Deadpool. Deadpool opens up the window, shouting, I heard